Let's see. Should we start with a little bit of gossip? Ooh, let's start with this ABC situation. This is very exciting for Trump. He sued ABC and George Stephanopoulos for defamation. This was from a show earlier this year. I believe it's March. It was March 2024. He had with Rep. Nancy Mace. Let's see. I'm going to pull up the information. This tweet's from Charlie Kirk. George Stephanopoulos and ABC are forced to apologize to President Trump and pay $15 million to settle a defamation suit. Trump filed a defamation suit against Stephanopoulos after the anchor and former Democrat operative asserted that Trump was found liable for R words, graping, during an interview with Rep. Nancy Mace back in March. After playing a clip, Stephanopoulos said, "You've endorsed Trump for president. Judges and 2 separate juries have found him liable for grape and for defaming the victim of that grape." Stephanopoulos was alluding to accuser E. Jean Carroll, a case in which she couldn't even remember the day or the year that the alleged assault took place, and for which New York State passed a 1-year law extending the statute of limitations so the case could proceed during an election year. So very sneaky tactics. It's been described as mob-like tactics, this New York judge. Stephanopoulos repeated that grape claim 10 times during the contentious interview with Mace, despite the fact that a jury actually determined that Trump was liable for sexual abuse in a civil case, not grape, which holds a clear legal distinction in New York. Legacy media down hard. This is a big win for Trump. Very, very exciting. $15 million. He certainly looks like an idiot. Wow, here's a clip from Lori Mills saying he didn't even abuse her. She made it up. Deb worked on her audiobook. What's this?
Well, their latest buzzword is weird.
Oh, right.
It's
They're
like they
calling
poll
J.D.
test
Vance
these
weird.
words so they can indoctrinate people. You structured crisis. Oh my gosh, they're going after Donald.
Knew her.
You knew
Oh, here we go.
E. Jean Carroll. I knew her.
You knew her.
I knew her.
You knew the cat.
I knew her years ago, and the reason why I knew her is
Deborah,
because I was
tell
working
us,
at Simon
Deb.
& Schuster Audio. I was a managing editor there. We had the state-of-the-art studio for recording audiobooks, and she came in. We were publishing her book as a book through, excuse me, the other section of Simon & Schuster, and then we were publishing her audiobook.
Ooh.
And she would come into the studio.
Dish, Deb, tell us.
She was a nut then, and she's a nut today. And she was the talk of the staff in how crazy she was, and her flippant way of dealing with people and bragging about her sexual conquest and bragging about her sexual
so she was
activity, proclivity, understanding, etc. Was, in my mind, it was unacceptable, and it was grotesque, and it was all for the money.
Wow.
And see, for me, I always challenge people. Let's go into Neiman Marcus. You can come with me. We'll go into a dressing room and I'll scream. Let's see what happens.
Interesting. Come on, Deb. Give us more nuggets. Give us more dish. Let's see. Here are the papers that go with it. Are you guys interested in seeing the papers? Of the settlement. La 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 la. Well, looks good enough for me. So much winning. And I think they had to put an apology on the ABC website. Here is a clip of said interview. Okay, here's a clip of the interview where she talks about this. And George really tries his best to to sort of back her into a corner and make her look bad. And she does here what I think is kind of a leftist tactic where she focuses on her own grape, and it kind of makes him look bad for even asking about it.
This morning, and you've endorsed Donald Trump for president. Judges and 2 separate juries have found him liable for rape and for defaming the victim of that rape. How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
Well, I will tell you, I was raped at the age of 16. And any rape victim will tell you, I've lived for 30 years with an incredible amount of shame over being raped. I didn't come forward because of that judgment and shame that I felt. And
she's making it about her.
It's a shame that you will never feel, George. And I'm not going to sit here on your show and be asked a question meant to shame me about another potential rape victim. I'm not gonna do that.
It's actually not about shaming you. It's a question about Donald
Trump. No, you are
shaming
You've
me. Endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. Donald Trump has been found liable for defaming the victim of that rape by a jury. It's been affirmed by a judge.
It was not a criminal court case, number one. Number two,
those earrings
I live
are
with
almost
shame.
so distracting.
And you're asking me a question about my political choices, trying to shame me as a rape victim. And I find it disgusting. And quite frankly, E. Jean Carroll's comments when she did get the judgment, joking about what she was going to buy, it makes it harder for women to come forward when they make a mockery out of rape, when they joke about it.
Yeah, and that clip that we just listened to from Deb during her time with her at Simon & Schuster, definitely confirms that she sounds like she was kind of a slut. E. Jean Carroll. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like she was a harlot, a lady of the night, and she came in just bragging about it. And and she was talking about, oh, how am I going to spend all this money?
It's harder for women to come forward when they.
It makes it harder when other women joke about it, and she's joked about it. I find it offensive, and I also find it offensive that you're trying to shame me with this question.
I'm not trying to shame you. In fact,
I have dealt with this for 30 years. You know how hard it was to tell my story 5 years ago when they were doing a fetal heartbeat bill and there were no exceptions for rape, incest, or rape or incest in there. I had to tell my story because no other woman was coming forward. No rape victims were represented. And you're trying to shame me this morning.
I'm just asking.
And I find it offensive. And this is why women won't come forward.
Women won't come forward because they're defamed by those who perpetrate rape.
They are judged and they're shamed. And you're trying to shame me this morning. I think it's disgusting.
I'm not shaming you at all.
I told my story. It took me 25 years to tell my story. I was judged for it. I still get judged for it today.
I'm asking you a very simple question.
And I answered it. You're shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape.
All right, and it goes on and on and on. He says it multiple times. And they had to apologize. And ABC. Let me see if there is an apology on the abc.com abc.com on the website. Probably be on ABC News. And then we're going to bring in our guest, very exciting, who's actually early. I'm blown away by this. ABC News, let's see. Stephanopoulos, it's almost an impossible last name to spell. I have to constantly look it up. It's kind of a pain. Stephanopoulos. It's a big, long, annoying Greek last name. There, I said it. It's annoying. Let's see if they apologized. Maybe they haven't updated it yet. This is very exciting. It's just maybe this is a nice precedent to set that the legacy media is going to be found accountable for the things they say. And I think the $15 million is going towards his presidential library and to pay off his legal fees. Poor Snuffleupagus. You can't just be running your mouth like this, George. But you're going to have to apologize. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.